All right. Well, welcome everybody to our Wildtree Opportunity call tonight. We are very excited to be here with you. My name is Sarah Moore, and I am actually going to be leading tonight's call. I am a director with Wildtree, and I have been on board for just over 8 years. I live in Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin, with my husband and 4 kids who are 8, 6, and 2. And I just really want to thank everybody. You took some time out of your schedule this evening to learn more about our cutting-edge company, Wildtree. But before we dive into the call, I have a couple quick housekeeping items for you. Our presentation is not only has a phone component, but it also has a web component to it as well. So if you're on the phone and you would like to follow along with a visual, it's not too late to join us. All you have to do is go to your computer and click on www.join.me/Wildtree Opportunity. Don't worry, you can see my slides, but I can't see or hear you. We currently have the line muted to avoid any background noise. However, we will open up the line at the end of the call for any questions you might have. For those of you who are joining us for the online webinar portion, you can submit questions in the chat box as well. So it's pretty cool that we have that feature. Let's go ahead and get started. What's your why? We have found, actually research has found, that people typically are attracted to the Wildtree opportunity for one or more of these 5 reasons that you see on this slide. The first one, financial. People come to Wildtree because they're looking for an income for college funds, travel money, early retirement, or perhaps even home improvements. Or maybe they just want to cover a financial gap in their life. They might even be a chaser of financial independence. The second reason, freedom. People join Wildtree because income may not be a priority. They may earn the same as the job they left, but they're craving freedom to have the lifestyle or the flexibility they want on their terms. The third reason people join is for fun. Some people are just drawn to having a fun social outlet, hanging out with people, having a glass of wine, meeting new people, and taking advantage of all the traveling opportunities that Wildtree offers. The fourth reason is personal development. Some join because they want something that will stretch them, give them the opportunity to learn about themselves and challenge new heights. And for many people that join that might be a stay-at-home mom, they want that challenge, that personal development that maybe they were missing at some point in their life they had before. And then the last reason is community and mission. This reason is very similar to a fraternity or a sorority. These people already have friends, but they want to join a group of like-minded people. This is similar to being a member of a church, a gym, or a school board. They want to be part of this health movement and being part of like a bigger picture. You also may have jumped on tonight to support a family or a friend and just want to know a little bit more about the awesome adventure he or she is on. So if that's you, thank you for being such an awesome supporter. But regardless of why you joined us on the call tonight, it never hurts to be educated on what's out there and then the choices that are available to you. So here is the call agenda for tonight, what I'm going to cover. First, I'm going to introduce you to another Wildtree leader that I get to work with each and every week, and you'll get to hear her story. It's just an opportunity for you to hear yet another person's story from Wildtree. Secondly, I'm going to share a little bit more about our company, the industry as a whole, and why Wildtree is such an incredible opportunity and super relevant to what's going on right now. Thirdly, I'll be reviewing the 5 key questions one should consider when choosing a company to partner with. Then I'll share how income is made with Wildtree. Everybody wants to know if you can make money doing this. And finally, I will let you in on how I get started with Wildtree, or how you can get started with Wildtree should this be a fit for you. So without further ado, I would like to introduce one of my amazing colleagues and friends, Miss Anissa Williams. Here's a picture of her. As you can see, all of her acclimates. She has been with the company for not that long of a time. She's going to tell you her story, but she has been able to take full advantage of everything that the company offers, and she's just been crushing it. So Anissa, go ahead and tell us your testimonial.
Thank you, Sarah. As Sarah said, my name is Anissa Williams. I am a team leader from Owatonna, Minnesota, and I am a wife to Josh for 19 years. We have 3 kiddos. We have Kinsey, who's 15, Braden, who's 12, and Layton, who's 10, and you can see us kind of hamming it up in that picture. I'm also a full-time kindergarten teacher. I've been doing that for about 19 years, and I'm a part-time Wildtree rep for almost 2 years. So here's a little bit about my Wildtree story and my why, as Sarah kind of talked about the different whys. Here's my story. I've always been great at helping and giving to everyone else but me. How many of you can relate? Well, this caught up with me. In 2001, I was diagnosed with thyroid disorder and now have to take medication for the rest of my life. This was tough for a person who doesn't even take a Tylenol for a headache. However, my disorder was treatable. You'd think this would have been my whisper from God to take care of myself. However, I kept going. In 2010, I had an emergency appendectomy the night before school started. This was my wake-up call. I needed to make some changes in my life for my health. I want to be there for my family. So I took part in the 7 Habits training through school. I started back into my running routine. I began praying regularly. I began reading spiritual and inspirational books. And I started to visit a chiropractor so I could learn what it meant to eat healthy. In November of 2014, I was invited to a Wildtree workshop. At first, I was overwhelmed preparing for it. However, I left that party knowing that Wildtree was my vehicle to educate me, my family, and others that food is directly affecting our health. 2 months later, after that party, I signed on as a representative to offer this life-changing opportunity to others. A year later, I earned an all-inclusive and paid trip to Costa Rica. It's 2016. I can't imagine where I would be if Wildtree was not in my family's life. It's an absolute blessing. Wildtree has helped make dinner time healthy and enjoyable. It has allowed me to help others make some important changes with their eating habits. They are thinking about what they're eating and reading labels. The meals are amazing. In 2016, I also set a goal to serve 216 new families. As of today, I've introduced 148 families to Wildtree. Wildtree is definitely helping me serve families how to eat healthy and what's for dinner dilemma. Thanks so much for listening to my story, and I'm really excited to hear your story and why you decide to Wildtree if that's your journey.
Thank you so much, Anissa. I really appreciate that. I'm trying not to go forward here. Just a few technical difficulties with my computer. I'm just going to do later. Okay, awesome. All right, so that was Anissa's story. And before I continue, I just want to introduce myself to you a little bit more since I'm presenting this with Anissa. My story started with the products, but if I'm being honest, I could pretty much see validating each and every one of those 5 reasons as to why I launched and stuck with my business at the beginning. I had hosted a Wildtree party prior to signing up as a consultant, just because I loved knowing that I could get the product for free, and we loved the product. We loved how easy it was to use. I fell in love with the nutritional benefits Wildtree provided for us. When I was first introduced to Wildtree at a party, I was 8 months pregnant with my twin boys, 6 to 8 months pregnant with my twin boys. And I just remember leaving that party having such an awareness of food and thinking to myself, okay, we may not be cognizant of what we're eating, but we're introducing two people into this world. and it's my job to be in charge of what they eat. And so I knew I had to become a little bit more educated about what we were putting into our bodies, and I just fell in love with the nutritional benefits Wildtree provided us. I loved how easy the products were to use, and I loved how great everything tasted. When I was on the verge of hosting my second party with Wildtree, I was asked by my representative if I had ever considered joining Wildtree and becoming a consultant myself. Starting a Wildtree business was honestly not something I was searching for, but there was something about it that excited me. At this point in my life, I had given up my full-time teaching position to stay home with our twin boys, who were currently 7 to 8 months old. I missed that interaction with adults. I missed making my own money. I missed and craved that night out. I also missed not being challenged. So the professional edge of having a career while staying at home sounded extremely appealing to me. So I took a leap, and I started my Wildtree business in the summer of 2008. My goal for my first month of business was to make $400 for those two little cuties right there on the left. My upline told me that was completely manageable to do. All I had to do was have 4 parties, and that's exactly what I did. And I actually managed to make over $500 in income in my first full month of business with Wildtree. My goal from that moment forward was never to make less than that, which meant to always have a steady yet manageable calendar. By really staying consistent and laser focused on that goal, that income naturally compounded into $800 a month, then $1,000 a month, then $2,000 a month, then $3,000 a month, then $5,000, $6,000, $8,000, and yes, even $10,000 and higher. Now, 8 years later, I work Wildtree out of my home as my full-time career. Never in a million years could I have ever imagined that this low business risk would amount into something that has changed my family's financial outlook and life experiences forever. Wildtree is not a product, but it's also a service. Wildtree is not only an amazing product, but we offer meal prep workshops that are a service to our customers. I never considered myself a salesperson, but did know that I was capable and excited to help others, just like Anissa talked about. So despite perhaps feeling a little insecure and fear of, what if it's not for me, I decided to give it a try, knowing that our opportunity is so affordable at less than $50, and that your profit by your first 1 or 2 parties, that you will profit by your first 1 or 2 parties, I knew starting with Wildtree would be simple and risk-free to do. So here is a look at my monthly income history. And keep in mind, I, like pretty much everybody here at Wildtree, had zero experience in direct sales, like zero experience. I didn't go to school for it at all. I went to go to school as a teacher, but I realized there was an incredible opportunity right in front of me. I remember the first time that my commission check was over $1,500, and I'll never forget that day. I walked into my husband into the living room, and I said, I just made enough money to cover our mortgage payment with what I worked in my Wildtree business. For my first 4 to 5 years with Wildtree, I also balanced another part-time teaching job. And as you saw from the slides prior, we were growing our family. We had the twins, and then we had another, and then we just ended 2 years ago with our last one, Big Willie, our little baby's name. Money is not always important, but what the money can do or provide for your family can be very impactful. This income not only allowed me to quit my other part-time teaching job, but it also gave our family the financial security that if for some reason my husband lost his job or became disabled unexpectedly, we would be fine. Wildtree provides us with even more than enough for our family of 6 to live off of. No, I just want you to know that I am not sharing the income potential to impress you, but rather to impress upon you that there is great opportunity for the average person. I'm just your normal mom of 4 who lives in Wisconsin, who had a vision and who also had a consistent work ethic. It doesn't have to take 20 years to earn meaningful money with Wildtree. You can change your financial situation this month if you want to. So let's talk business plan. Experts tell you that when you're determining a company or a product that you want to align yourself with professionally, there are 5 questions to ask yourself. Number 1, is the product unique and valuable? Wildtree is the only all-natural and certified organic direct sales food company. This means we have absolutely no competition in the direct sales industry. Our society right now is undergoing a food awareness revolution. I'm telling you what, people, health and wellness is not a fad. It was well on its way when I started 8 years ago, and it's not going away. If anything, I feel like it's getting more serious. People are demanding high quality, non-GMO and organic food, and we get to provide their solution. Food allergies are at an all-time high, and our company is completely nut-free and was founded with the goal of providing simple, healthy, allergen-free meals. We also are a certified gluten-free manufacturing facility. Wildtree is on the cutting edge of this food revolution, and if there is any time to join us, it's clearly now. Furthermore, food as a product category is a consumable product, right? Meaning we build residual income as our customers reorder and rebook with us regularly. And this does happen monthly, and hostesses tend to rebook. I had a hostess that has booked every other month this last year because she is the one that's hosting the freezer meal workshops for her group. They are going to go grocery shopping every single week to feed their families. So why not shop locally and shop safely with you? It's all the same within their family budget. Number 2 question is demand. Is there a widespread appeal for the product? Yes, we are a product with everyone as our demographic. Every person, young or old, male or female, has to eat, right? Furthermore, the organic food industry is in high growth mode right now. The supply cannot keep up with the demand, and this is a smart business to be doing in this right place, right time, perfect storm. Not many product lines will improve or help the whole family, kids included. My guess is that the majority of husbands will not be excited about you buying jewelry, makeup, clothes, or craft supplies at an in-home party. But if you come home with organic meals to feed your family, that's completely, totally different. This makes booking parties fun and easy because it benefits everybody at the dinner table. Question number 3. Does the product or company have a mission you can stand behind? This is so important. There are dozens of companies out there with fun products, but is it something you can truly be passionate about? In society, we often see that income versus mission, they mix together like oil and water. They just cannot go hand in hand. Most of the careers that are mission-focused, such as teaching, ministry, and social work, lack the income department, and I can testify to that as a prior teacher. Yet the careers that are financially rewarding sometimes often ask us to compromise our values or just don't give us the lifestyle flexibility that we want to have. And I hear that all the time from people that join my team. With Wildtree, you can have money and mission at the same time. Our mission at Wildtree is to help educate families on how to prepare simple, healthy meals while saving time and money in the kitchen. We get to bring families back to the dinner table again, and that is truly an awesome feeling, as you just heard Anissa talk about. But what's so unique about Wildtree is that I can have this mission of serving others while knowing that I am getting paid for what I'm worth. Wildtree has one of the most competitive compensation plans in the industry. I'll go further into depth in this in just a minute, and I think you'll see why Wildtree makes financial sense too. Okay, question number 4. Is the economical timing right? No, I'm not talking about if timing is right for you. Listen, we are all busy with jobs, kids, weddings, festivals, anniversaries, soccer games, holidays, dance recitals, laundry, summer breaks, everything, right? You get the drift. We all have life, and the reality is you can make time for what is valuable to you. But what I'm talking about is the timing of the economics right. If you've ever studied the stages of business, companies start up in small scale. If they survive, they move into their growth stage, and this is where everyone makes big money. Then they hit a plateau and either evolve into advanced growth or they die. The problem is everyone joins during the maturity plateau and then says, man, if I have only heard about this way back in the day, imagine where I'd be now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Wildtree is exploding into its growth stage. We are a proven concept and have security and strength. Last question, but what is so unique is that our market is still wide open. At my workshops and tastings, still 80% of people have never experienced Wildtree. I love being the one who gets to introduce this new high demand, everyday, used product with my community. People hear healthy, organic, time-saving, and they are attracted to it like a magnet. It makes this business fun and profitable. Am I exaggerating? Jump on wildtree.com and go to the top bar and select contact and search for a Wildtree rep in your area. Even in our most concentrated areas, the surface is barely touched. Okay, so that past slide, the wide open market, economic timing, this leads us into our last question. I gave you a little segue into, does the company have reputable leadership? First, it is important to note that Wildtree's founder right here, you see a picture of her, Leslie Monti, is a single mom who developed these spice blends in her home for her kids who had food allergies. She is now the CEO and very active with the business. This might not seem like a big deal, but when the founder leads an organization, she leads with her heart. Leslie's dedication to helping Wildtree representatives be successful is sprinkled throughout the structure of this opportunity. For example, our Business Builder Kit that costs only $50 contains over $100 in food products because she wants to make it affordable and have you be in profit right away. Reps don't have to carry any inventory, so there is no secret showcase or inventory package, we encourage you to buy after you purchased your kit. Furthermore, we have a company-paid hostess rewards program. 100% of your commission stays in your product pocket. You don't have to give anything out of your pocket to your hostesses. And the icing on the cake is that she even has a program to pay for all your business supplies like catalogs and order forms, and even hostess samples. Wildtree also pays 100% of your credit card processing fees. She is honestly one of the most ethical and fair leaders I have ever had the pleasure to work with. Of course, I'm biased, but you will have access to an incredible field leadership team as well. Some of the most passionate, strategic, and visionary leaders have chosen to build careers with Wildtree. They bring their diverse experiences from their previous careers, most with no sales experience at all, as teachers, therapists, accountants, and more. We truly are the beautiful melting pot of talent. Every day I learn from my coworkers, and we have created a culture of sharing and support, regardless of whose team you are on, which is an amazing feeling to be part of such a special community of professionals and smart business partners. Together, we have a proven track record and simple system to plug into for success. We have literally thousands of representatives and leaders earning between $1,000 and $50,000 in commissions per month. But we honor the fact that everyone has a unique goal for themselves individually. We have free phone and online training you can access on your own schedule, optional local monthly meetups, and you'll have a 100% free business coach who's personally invested in helping you succeed based on your goals you select. So there are the 5 questions these experts tell you to ask yourself, but for good measure, I am going to add one more. Fun. Can you see yourself having fun in this business? This business is simple and fun, and I look forward to my parties and the opportunity to enjoy a glass of wine while meeting a new group of women and helping them feed their families. The way our business plan is structured, there are no high-pressure sales. With our workshops, everything is paid for in advance, so I know exactly what I'm making that night before I leave my house. And I show up, socialize, and build relationships. This is fun. That being said, let me explain how we earn income in Wildtree. We earn our money in 3 primary ways. Number 1, personal sales. Number 2, leadership commissions. And number 3, prizes, such as an all-inclusive international trip for you and up to 3 guests each year. First, personal sales commission. Let's talk about that. First, by selling the product, we earn 25 to 40% commission on everything we sell. We sell our product through a variety of avenues. First, people can shop from our beautiful catalogs. They can shop on our personal websites, or they can shop from home tasting or the ever-popular freezer meal workshops. The average tasting or freezer meal workshop is over $500, which means that in just a few hours of working outside your home, you can earn over $500 in profit per month, which was my goal when I first started. Coaching commission. The second way we can earn income is through sharing their career opportunity and building a team. By building a team, your team members will always earn their full commission based on their performance level. While Wildtree Corporate pays you a commission check for helping to find and train successful people. Kind of like in corporate America, where businessmen and women earn bonuses based off the sale objectives and productivity of the team that he or she may manage. We are structured in the same way. But there is unlimited potential. We have something unique that the corporate world does not, and that is this unlimited potential. By building a team, you can promote yourself as fast as you want and earn a leadership commission. You don't have to play the political game, go on strike, or even wait for your boss to be promoted. You can do it when you decide to earn more income. So this is a look at the team leadership. Successful team leaders earn between $1,000 to $5,000 per month. Our mid to top level directors in the company earn 6 figures and beyond. All what you make of it. Prizes. Finally, the third way we earn our income in Wildtree is through our awesome annual all expense paid international trip that you can earn. It is 100% all expenses paid. Airfare, ground transportation, food, hotel, beverages, you name it, room service, absolutely everything. And you can earn this for you, yourself, and up to 3 guests. In my very first year of business, I earned my first Wildtree incentive trip to the Dominican Republic, and I earned that for myself and my husband, and I have earned a trip every single year I've been with the company. Traveling for free once a year is a great perk for such a flexible business opportunity. Are you intrigued yet? We have a new trip every year to earn as a goal for everyone starting their business. And I'm just going to completely add you can just close your eyes for a minute and just picture that sunset, feel the sand in your toes, and these resorts are 5-star. They're absolutely incredible. This year, we have the opportunity to go to Jamaica, and I'm really excited because I went to Jamaica already with Wildtree, and I thought, oh gosh, I hope I get to come back. So I'm so flattered and excited that we do get to come back. Okay, let's pull it all together here and talk about our Business Builder Kit. It comes as you are. There is no experience needed, you guys. Most Wildtree representatives and leaders do not have any sales experience, like I said before. We are teachers, therapists, accountants, moms. We provide the community and the tools you need to learn the Wildtree way. You'll have your own leader to mentor, to coach you. We have 24/7 online training, so you can learn on your own schedule at your own pace. So what do you do next? What are your next steps? First thing is to contact the person who invited you to this call. They can show you the next steps. Some of you may need a little bit more time and to think it over, talk to your husband, that's totally okay. And some of you may be ready to get enrolled and get started right away. Again, connect with the person who invited you to the call. It will take about 5 minutes to get you started and enrolled. Whether you're ready to jump now or otherwise, we encourage you to take advantage of this unique product, cutting edge, the sky is the limit opportunity. Realize how Wildtree might be a solution for you, but also so many other people. The direction of growth Wildtree is poised at, and also think about what you want Wildtree to do for you. I always tell people Wildtree can be a vehicle for you and your family. Just think about how fast you want it to be, how fast you want your car to go. We would love to have you guys here. Okay, so I just really want to thank you guys for joining us. I am going to unmute all the lines right now for questions. We will go, Anissa, I don't know if you can see the chat box too.
Yep.
But I will have you help read the questions from the chat box.
Absolutely, Sarah.
So it's basically I'm saying is the reason you might want to use the chat box is if you've got background noise at home, because I am going to unmute the line, and maybe you want to ask your question right away via chat box, and then I'll open up for some vocal discussion. We had quite a few people join us tonight, so we'd love for some vocal discussion. So anybody want to use the chat box, you can do that now. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and unmute the line. Okay. So anyone have any questions, comments at all for Anissa or myself?
How much time, when you first started doing this, how much time did you have to devote to doing the Wildtree and the workshops and everything that it takes to get started?
That's a really good question. Again, it really kind of depends. I'm working closely right now with 3 brand new representatives, and they have some great goals. They kind of like were me. They're like, I really don't want to make anything less than $350 or $500 a month. I said, okay, then this is kind of what you can expect. I would say then you're going to need to give your Wildtree business. You have to massage it every day, 5 days a week, and I would say a half an hour to 45 minutes of dedicated time for those goals. And I never worked weekends when I first started, but let's say, crap, I just didn't get my Wildtree stuff done on Monday. The babies didn't nap. I had to run all these errands. Maybe my part-time job or my full-time job just, I had some other commitments to do there. So then I maybe worked Saturday or Sunday, or I extended one of my half an hours to an hour. But I really feel like that is enough time to make some strong headway in your business, and it will definitely help you achieve those goals.
And I'll piggyback off of that. You will have people to kind of help you to learn how to time block your time so that those 45 minutes you are very effective with your time, that you're not just,
Yes.
oh, what do I need to do, what do I need to do, and think that you're being effective, but maybe you're not being effective what you need to be doing. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Mhm.
Very true. That's a really good point. Like, we'll help you. Like, okay, if you want to make this amount of money and you only have a half an hour, this is what you should be working on in your half an hour.
Mhm.
Okay.
Is that helpful?
Yeah.
Good.
Is it difficult to learn? Is it difficult to learn like the business part of it, as far as, you know, placing your orders and how that all works?
Oh my gosh, no, not anymore.
Exactly.
It's so exciting. We've spent a lot of manpower, and we've hired on just incredibly talented people to help us make this just turnkey for you. So there are, not only is your upline coach, your leader and or director going to be there helping you as you begin, but also we have video tutorials for everything, pretty much everything. And if you're like, I'm not a visual learner, I need to read the steps, well, you're in luck. We have PDFs with step-by-step instructions. So we've really curbed everything to just about every type of learning style.
And then they have
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, Sarah. They have the Media Resource Center is also very awesome, where you have a search engine, and if there's anything you're looking for, you can go into that. Or what was the other? Field sales services. They have a great team that you can be calling, and they've actually extended their hours. And on the last day of each month, they actually extend their hours till 1 a.m. To help if you're trying to submit any orders and stuff. So, but they are great at answering any questions that you might have regarding orders or.
That's a good question, though. Tons of support. And I will say these 3 women that I'm helping this month get started, they, like when we are scheduled to talk about closing their party, it's already done. Like they said, oh, I already went online and I watched the video. It took me 5 minutes and I was able to place my orders. Did I do it right? I'm like, yep, sounds great. You did it great. Like there's no needing for that step-by-step, help. So basically, if you're upline or you want to bring somebody on that's in 3 states away from you, I can be just as effective with somebody that's my next door neighbor as I can that somebody is in New Mexico. It's just very, very easy. Any other questions? Well, you guys, thank you so much for joining our call. I'm really excited. This was my first one, and I'm really excited to do it with Anissa. Please reach out to us on Facebook or anybody else or your person that asked you to join if you have any questions at all, because we would love for you to be bringing somebody onto this call the next time as a Wildtree representative. So thank you. Enjoy the rest of your evening and have an awesome week.
Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.